Hello. Howdy do. What's up? Hey guys. The stream is back. We're here again once more for Mighty Grandpa. How's everybody in chat? Which I think is just Lorem right now, but it is what it is. I'm doing good, personally. Did my exercise today. Took a nap before stream. A short little nap. Very, very nice. I got a nap before stream, I think, because, man, I come into this just tired. I was talking to my mom yesterday about it, and she's like, yeah, it's probably because you just exercise for like an hour and a half and then work and then just go into streaming. Which, to be fair, after thinking about it, yeah, that probably would be a little tiring, wouldn't it? So, I did my morning routine, exercise, set up stuff for stream, do a bunch of other stuff. And then I took just like a short 10, maybe 15-minute nap. This feels good. feels really good, honestly. I just realized on the camera, maybe it's because my camera's not super great, but the bags under my eyes actually don't look that bad on this camera. Or maybe it's because I slept. It could be either, I don't know. But enough stalling. You know what's the drill. Mighty Grandpa. So, let's just make sure everything is nice and set up. Bro slept. Literally. Also, I wanted to mention something, Lorem. It is actually pretty normal for, like, the stream to have, like, a couple of minutes of just the intro screen while the streamer, like me, sets stuff up. I try to minimize that as much as possible, but, like, it happens, you know? No need to be like, where is he? Where is he? Especially if I'm only, like, if I'm not even a minute late. Stream starts at 1. If the screen itself starts before 1, it's still starting at 1. I do want to add some animations to the intro. I don't know, do something to make it a little more lively. But anyway, last time we left off, we had a very interesting situation here. Look at him. Look at him go. He's spinning. And then he reaches 90 degrees and just stops spinning for some reason. Why? I'm not sure, to be honest. Unreal Engine is free. So we have this looping, no delay. Let's see. Why does... I probably should have looked this up, to be honest with you. Distance to move. We want this to be larger than the actual rotation, so let's bring that up to 10. We brought it down to 1, I think, mainly for testing purposes, but... But this gives us a better idea of what things are actually going to look like. I love your vids. Thank you, Lorem. And then it stops. How strange. Wait, actually... He also stops moving. Oh, I think it's because... Yeah, it's actually, it's because on our second branch we don't have this copied. This second path doesn't really work now that I'm looking at it, because it's just setting it to 90, which not really a solution. The issue, however, is that not having that second path doesn't work either. You know, we do this, skip past that branch, make it do its thing, and we get stuck in a just as bad situation. And now they're moving in a straight line up instead of continuing their curve. Because for some reason, they can't curve past 90 degrees rotation. We might be able to find a solution to this real quick. Actor. The actor stops rotating after 90 degrees. Oh. There you go. Immediately I found somebody else who had the same issue. Do you remember when you told me I could spam because there's nobody in chat? Yeah, I guess. What about it? Huh? Okay, so they're interesting. Oh. I found another quick way to potentially do it. There lag, I hear the audio at times. Is there? I don't know. So instead of setting world rotation, apparently we can also just add world rotation, which makes sense actually. Just get a current rotation and add... Oh, whoops, sorry. And then add this to it. No need for any of this other stuff. Let's see if that works, I guess. This print isn't really helping us either, so might as well get rid of that as well. Well, that's interesting. It's also interesting that they're not... Let's see how much emojis the chat can take. I think there's like an inbuilt like limit. I think we do want to actually get lerp instead. That probably was the problem. Oh! This is progress, to be fair. So, on the upside, they now spin infinitely. On the downside, shouldn't be spinning like that. I don't know why they're spinning like that, to be real with you. But it is interesting. Uh-oh. That's an issue. Okay. So, upside, it works. Bad side, don't know why it's infinite. Don't know why, I mean, it's like going a billion miles per hour. Also, it's not moving, which is a problem. Because it is supposed to move in a straight line. Actually, can we do add world location as well? Yes, we can. I think adding location is kind of how they move, actually, isn't it? That's BP enemy, that's not. I need an actual specific enemy. No, that's add movement input. That's different. If I add world location, will that work? No. Maybe the alpha is just too high. Let's put it at 1. Well, now they're just seemingly not turning at all. 10? Oh, there's 8. Huh. For some reason, it's just like... It's not... doing it multiple times. But now, when I connect an alpha, it just spins. What's our alpha right now? Our new rate. Our new rate is 0.01. Is that the problem? Is it just not slow enough? Let's just do 0.1. It's still... Wait, is it moving? It is moving. You just can't tell because it's spinning so fast. Let's bring us up to closer to 1 second. Ah, there we go. Well, why is 1 second so slow that it just doesn't? You see? Tired of doing this? You can just copy paste Lorem, you know? .95. How close to a second can we get? Why is... I don't get this, to be honest with you. It's just... It's so strange. Lorem, what did I tell you is my opinion on various countries? I don't really have one. It's a place, probably, somewhere. What is going on with this? Now he's spinning the other way. What is wrong with him? What's wrong with him? That's like a sting from Oopaville. A YouTube channel, if you know him. How unfortunate. So... setting world location causes it to not be able to set past 90. Well, rotation, I mean. Set world's rotation means that we can't go past 90. Adding world rotation means we can go past 90%. But... but it just doesn't... It just spins infinitely. Or it just doesn't spin at all. Which is really unfortunate, because this is essentially what we want. If it didn't get stuck at 90 degrees, this would be perfect. The problem is that it does get stuck at 90 degrees. Alright, Lorem, speak to me. I'm all ear bowls. My eyes are listening to you. Apparently this bug, by the way, is like a very well-known one. And the only... Okay, let's see. There's a couple solutions, but they don't really work for us because this is an NPC, not the player. I made a comic where I got France and got a life sentence. Viva la revolución, I guess. Okay, oh. Just use... Interesting. So apparently it's getting locked on a plane because of the way that Unreal measures these kind of things. Yeah, the 90 degrees thing. It's a well-known bug in Unreal. Or, well, it's not really a bug. It's more like just the way that it works. Calls it a thing called a gimbal lock. Locks it to a plane after a certain degree. Just because it arrives at a plane and its location is kind of based off of planes. So when it reaches one, it's like, oh, okay, no more movement. For some reason. Oh, I don't know what that... I have no idea what notification I just received, but I don't care. I'm streaming right now. If it ain't life or death, I ain't asking. Okay, so probably the best way to solve this I have no idea what you're even trying to say to me with those emojis, Lorem. But probably, yeah. So we have event set timer by event. Potentially, this could work if we do a tick event, which is not good, but whatever. If we have to use it, we'll have to use it. And then we've just set a delay, which will be our new rate. So, which is still a shorter amount of time than event tick. And this have all this stuff, and then use add world rotation as we have there on tick. Now, I'll be real with you. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think it will work. Cause it might, of course. I don't see why it would, but it might. There he is. Not turning at all. Okay. Why not? Oh. Because it's not linked. That would make sense. And there it's happening again. Spinning infinitely when he just should not be spinning at all. You know, it was kind of goofy to look at him at the first place, but it's getting a little annoying that he's not working with us, man. What's so difficult about this, right? I just want you to go in a curve. I did give them an arrow component. Well, no, this is the arrow component they start with. We might... Is there another way to do this? Probably. But I'm trying to think of in my brain hole how we can plug together a different system. Something that doesn't use event tick, hopefully. Event beacon play starts this timer where every 0.01 seconds it calls all this other stuff. We have a gimbal lock, which means that we have to use add instead of set. Gimbal lock is just a thing that we can't really do anything about. But it also causes them to spin out of control. Why, though? Also, weird thing, they're spinning horizontally instead of on their y-axis. Why are they doing that? Give me a moment. We're on... Okay, so it's the same difference. Yeah, they're spinning on the z-axis. Is that... Just let me try something real quick. Is that why? Huh. Okay. I mean, at least they are moving, so we know that that's definitely working. I think our numbers are the issue here. I think the blueprint works. It's just that now that we're using add, we have to modify a couple numbers here. Because ultimately, what numbers do we want to stay the same? They're X and... Oh, has it changed over to, well, no, it's world still, right? Yeah, it's still world rotation. But we try to standardize it so that our X, Y, and Z are the same. Okay. Maybe the Z specifically is what we have to change this time. Because the Y is the forward, is like the thing that makes it spin this way. While X... No, Y makes him spin this way, while X makes him spin this way. And we don't want either of those. And Z makes them spin that way as well, I guess. Oh boy. What if we try that, where we set in our original and then only change that? I'm getting rid of this guy. He's there for testing purposes, but he's making things annoying. In fact, be erased from existence. Are you making that enemy spinning? He's supposed to like come out of the ground and like jump over, and then it's like a wheel essentially of the enemy, like a merry-go-round where the enemy's like boom, boom, jumping out of the water or going through the sky. It's a really simple thing, or at least I would think it's simple, but I think this is way easier to do with animation than it is to do with like actual just coding, because I could easily animate this, but then again, what use would that be in the game? Well, there probably would be a use to it, but I can't, whatever. Alright. So, again, I think it's just we're using the wrong numbers. Let's go back. At the very least, this should help us figure out something. How useful that... Oh, perfect. Well, perfect is not really the word I would use, I guess, but this does bring us back to at least not square 0, so that's something. Will the entire stream be the spinning? It won't be. At least I don't intend it to be. Also, what's going on with my chat over here? It's not updating. It should be good now. Don't know what that was about. Lag. What, did the closing and opening chat cause lag? Well, whatever. At least it's updating now, which is all I really wanted to make sure of. There we go. Also, welcome to everybody who's joined the stream. I notice our numbers have gone up to like 4. Thank you for being here. Alright, so now we're back to square almost 0 of the spinning being really, really fast for seemingly no reason. Do we need... Do we need this lerp at all? Well, it didn't make things worse. Well, nope, it did. Okay. I was just wrong. That did not help. Okay. You would think that it would be as easy as just... What, is it still lagging, Lauren? I can't check the thing. I don't know what's going on with you, alright? Or is it just on your end? Okay. So he spins. That's fine. You know what? Maybe our issue is that they're both on the same timer when they don't need to be. We'll call this move forward. And then we'll have another event, another timer. Instead of new rate, we'll call this forward rate. Then we'll duplicate that. Oh, whoops, what the? And this one will be spin rate. Okay, Lawrence, we'll see you in a bit. Who knows, maybe I'll finish the rotator while you're gone. And have a new timer by event. And we'll have our custom event here called move rotator. So upon this thing spawning, it sets 2 timers for itself. Get spin rate. Our spin rate will be 0.5, which is considerably slower than... There's still lag? Alright, Lorem. All my things are showing, like, perfectly fine on my side. There you go. Move rotator. These two timers get started, and they're looping and doing all their stuff. Maybe that'll help, right? Set that to spin rate, and... Well... It's working. I don't know what to... It's a bit odd. I don't know why it's working, to be honest, but it is, in fact, working. Let's bring that down to 0.25. It's like it gets faster. Is that just me? If I set it to 0.01 as well, what happens here? Okay, we're back to spinning infinitely. But at least our changing of numbers is doing something. It's better than what it was before, where it seemed like nothing we did anything. Okay, forward rate is 0.1. Our spin rate will then be 0.005. Our spin rate is slower than our... No, that's faster. That's faster, actually, not slower. So 0.1, 5. Compile, save, compile, save. There we go. Either we get something choppy or we get something that doesn't work. Interesting. And now it's just not doing anything at all. You know what? Maybe this is the issue. Our alpha... Okay. So the lerp, the alpha value, is how long it takes to get from A to B, right? So our A position, how long it takes to get to our B position. Our forward rate, which we use for our alpha, is also what sets the timer, which determines how often it activates. Making this 0.25, is that enough? I'm trying to find something. Anything. A standard that we can use. Okay, 0.05. The problem with this is that we spin faster than we... Yeah, you see? Well, actually, no. We do definitely spin slower than... But how much slower do we have to spin for things to work? Maybe part of the problem is that we need our forward rate over here by our alpha as well. Kind of better. Kind of. It's so glitchy is the issue, and I don't really get why it is. So our spin rate is 0.1. Our forward rate is 0.01. So every 0.01 seconds, so every 0.02 seconds, we move forward. Because that's, I think, that's how that works. Since we have 0.02 seconds for when the timer plays, and then 0.01 seconds for when the lerp actually finishes. Potentially. Maybe the fact that we're not adding them together is our issue here. I don't see why that would be the issue, but at this point, what do we have to lose to try? We have an entire stream to mess around. Oh man, come on. Are you serious? You can't do an ad for a rotator? Really? That's annoying. Okay. Well, I see why we didn't do it before. But if we need to add them together, we need to find a solution so that it can be added together. Okay. No, that wouldn't work. I was gonna like add these things together, but that's not how that works at all. I can't. Why does it give me the option to add if I can't add? See, like, it's context sensitive. So only things that make sense in this context. Add. But it's not even an option. Okay. There has to be a way, right? Alright. Combined rotators. Simple as that. That's all I defined. Combined rotators. Yay. Easy peasy. So this would be our B. Let's see if that solves anything, even slightly. Now, why do you think that's happening? Is there a way to lock certain rotations? Or constrain. Yeah, constrain X and that one. So they just can't... Nope, it still happens. Why does that happen? This returns like 0, 0, 0, right? Get the print again. Oh my goodness. So annoying. Print string. Give me that string. I need it. So I can actually know what's going on, even slightly at all. That'd be really useful, you know? To have any idea of what's happening. But we'll see how that goes, I guess. How odd. Why does it start affecting anything else besides pitch? Like, see, our Y and stuff just... Those should be 0 at all times, you know? Our Y and X. Well, the X kind of makes sense. Not really, honestly. It doesn't really make that much sense. When combining, the value really shouldn't be going up that much at all. And what are you returning in the end? What garbage data are you giving? A lot of it. Okay. So adding just is not really the solution here. Or at least it doesn't seem like it is. Okay, here's the issue that I don't quite get. Why does it get faster? Like, it's getting faster, right? It's not just me. Okay, part of the issue might be the fact that timers are frame rate dependent. That might be part of the issue. If that is, that's really unfortunate. Why is there a whole video about how to cap my frame rate in Unreal? That's literally all I want to do. It's like not telling me how. Well, okay, sure, there's a node for it. That's cool. But I want to lock like the editor frame rate so that I can... if this affects it at all, then this will tell us something. On the top right corner, apparently you can set up console commands. Oh, I tried to just copy paste it, but max FPS 30. I think I ruined something. Because I feel like the game just got way slower, huh? Is that me? I think I'm just seeing things. Everything looks exactly the same. Oh boy. Anyway, it just still doesn't help us, which is the real big issue. Okay, here's the thing. These should be activating at the same time. Like, these should be going off at the same time. How much we spin should be different. So, okay, let's set our forward rate to both. And then our actual lerp here. This is how long it takes for us to actually do our spin. This one should be considerably longer. We'll say 10 times longer, I guess, by doing 0.1. But clearly, that doesn't quite work. Close the enemy fox, because I keep opening it. Why doesn't it work, though? I wish I knew. Alright, let's say times 20. Times 30. Now it's just not slowing down at all. Fine. Times 100. Are you seeing this? It's literally, it's... Why? Actually, why? Let's see if locking the thing was a problem. I don't get it, is the issue. Like, leaving these at 0 should be fine, right? You would think so, right? But it's not. It just isn't. Is this guy not on plane 0? Where? Because I can never... No, he is. I just can't interact with him for some reason. Yeah, that's the why. So why can't he just keep increasing it, right? Here I am decreasing it until I get to... Oh, now I'm just stuck in the thousands for some reason. Here they are, it's back at 0. We know it's the Y. The Y is literally the one that needs to get changed. We know that for a fact. Whether it is world or personal, and it is world, it's Y. Is setting world rotation the problem? Oh my goodness. Right, I have to pull off the actual thing. Add relative rotation. Is that what it takes? If I do that, is that enough? Target is self. It like jitters. But why? Let's add one more variable. Okay. So adding Z caused us to go woo woo woo, which is understandable. Adding X causes us to do that. Do the same thing, but in the other direction. Okay. Let's put it to lerp like normal. What is it doing? Okay. Let's press it again. Press that. And see what's actually happening here. 180, 180. 0. 180. I see. The problem is that we're setting these to 0. If we just don't set them to 0, it's fine. However, that also causes another issue, which will happen in a moment, I believe. At least, it might. Okay, what's going on with you again? Pause. 0. Okay. Why is the Y flipping between 70 and 30? That don't make any sense at all. Like, it genuinely doesn't make any sense at all. And then we have our X and Y's flipping between 0 and 180. Let's see if I can find anything that would help me with this. Unreal. Oh boy. Yeah, there's just a... I don't know why apparently going past 180 is just so... Oh my goodness. I moved some cables around and now they're just in my way of my feet. That's really annoying. Sorry about that. It was specifically the cable of my microphone, which is hopefully not... Is good? Yeah, it's good. 0. Huh? Oh man, other people are following it in specifically Paper 2D as well. Timeline, as you see. Okay. Here's a workaround, potentially. Alright, let's see it. That's a lot of stuff that I have to look at, I guess. Oh, and then I have to scroll down to actually get to be able to scroll. That's annoying. Okay. So get rotation. Oh my goodness. Why is there's literally so much just to do a rotator. And this still isn't what I actually want, by the way. Oh man, because this is like spinning in place. Which is absolutely just not what I am asking for. Well, I haven't asked anymore. Okay. I see what it can do here. Yeah. All right. I see. We'll try to figure something out here then. So the idea here is that get active rotation, and instead of doing this stuff, we get a we break the rotator, and we're gonna need to do this like 4 times. And then manually in each of these, we're gonna set the rotator to what we want it to be. But again, I'm not sure how much this is gonna work. If we do this right, we can get a pretty smooth curve, I'm pretty sure. If we do it right. But doing it right is going to be harder than I think. Probably. Oh boy. Then we have to make rotator. Why would you connect that? Why would you do that to me? Oh wait, no. How did they do that? They like reordered them. I didn't know that was possible. But yeah, we need the pitch to be... The pitch is where we're going to actually set stuff. These can stay the same. It's fine, because we don't need them. Then we have 0, 90, 180, and then negative 90. Why negative 90? Your guess is as good as mine, to be real with you. But that's what it says to do. This is a workaround, but we'll see. Also, I do see why they're saying that we should make this like a variable called like rotation start. In fact, let's just do that real quick. It'll save us time. This is on start event. So we can like get that, put that over here, set this to that, then continue the timeline. With that set up, over here, we can just get rotation start. And once again, we can just connect it to all of them, because it's just, we only need one. Rotation start. Then, we need to set rotation start to whatever we set it here, because we're going to use it in a moment. I'm unsure about any of this, but hey, if it helps me not toil for even longer trying to solve the problem of the spinning fox, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. All right, so you set the rotator, and reset. What the heck is set like a reset function? I don't know. Oh, I think reset just brings us back to 0, right? Probably. It doesn't show on the tutorial image. Well, it's not really a tutorial. Oh, hey, Lorem. Welcome back. Oh, man, we're down to 1 person. That's so sad. The stream's going pretty well. Back from a long ride. Cool. Now you're going back to Twitch. Okay. All right. Then we have, instead of all this, we once again return to a timeline. You know what? Actually, let's X that and paste that over there just in case we return to it. Set active relative rotation. Gonna need a timeline over here. Add timeline, just timeline. Play from start. And the timeline length will be 1, just for convenience sake. Actually, no, we'll leave it at 5. Add a float track. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Just new track. Add key at 0. This value 0. Add key at 2.5, the value will be 0.5, and then add a key at, add a key at 5, the value will be 1. So it goes from 0 to 100%. The time of this thing is going to be the spin rate. That's how fast this plays. Oh, Fibergun's live right now? Alright. Well, don't bother him too much, alright? Spider end. Where do we set that? Oh. I see. This isn't... We need another variable called spiders. Well, in the tutorial it's called spiders end, but we just need rotation end. And then we set rotation end over here. I see. That makes more sense than setting... I even said that I didn't quite get it, but... goes to show I do know a couple things, you know? Not many, but a couple. Switch on int. Oh, that's where reset is. Oh, I understand. I have no idea what a do n is. This tutorial is telling me a lot of stuff, but I was like, huh? Piadina? What's that? Do n? What the heck is that? What does it do? What's n? Is this like a custom function? I have no idea. It's just called do n. Cool. I have to look this up so that I can actually understand what the heck I'm looking at. Unreal Engine do n node. What does this do? Pulses? Come on. Oh my goodness. Do n. Oh, it's like a one-word thing over here. The do n node will fire off an execution pulse n times. After the limit has been reached, it will cease all outgoing executions until it's sent a reset input. Oh. For example, you can have a vehicle start 20 times and fall apart until a refueling event type. Oh. Interesting. The problem with that, I'm pretty sure, is that well, is there a problem with that? No, yes, we need a different way to do that. We need an integer value that's gonna be my tongue. I got tongue tied. At the rate that I'm going, I'm gonna be sounding like this and be completely on the side of it. Get current rotation. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Default, it starts at 0. Then, well, we can just do increment, because that's all we really want. So increase current rotation by 1 as soon as move rotator is called. Then it will do a branch check of current rotation equal, well, no. That's probably not the best way to do it. Switch on int. It might be a better way to do it. Actually, we still need that branch, but only to make sure that we don't go above 3. Because if, well, actually not equal to, greater than or equal to 3. If it is, then we'll set current rotation to 0. I don't know the name in American. Yeah. I thought you were saying, like, empanada for a moment, but, like, that doesn't have an E, so it can't be that. Switch on int. There we go. Then also connect that. We'll have default. I don't know what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Move all this over. Guess we're gonna need all this space. Probably gonna need more space, so let's just move that up instead of over. Come on, man. Just grab it all. I missed it again. So, in order, it will go from 0 degrees to 90 degrees to 80 degrees to negative 90 degrees. And then back to 0. So it'll do like a full 360 in a very annoying but like still functional way. Again, a little frustrating that we have to do it this way, but as long as it works, I'll take it. And after we do this, in the actual thing, it says to do like a reset, but would like do end, but we don't actually need that since ours is based off of a timer event. So it'll be triggered always, no matter what. I see why they did it that way, though. And then we want all of these to connect to the timeline. Play from start. Universally. In the tutorial, there's a bunch of other stuff, but we don't really need those either. Then as it updates, it sets the actor's rotation to okay, we do need an interp. An R interp? What's the, oh, rotator interp. Rotator interpt with our rotation start and our rotation end. Our rotation start is where our current rotation is. And our end is where we want to be. I don't know why saying wannabe made me think of a song from Steven Universe. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. All I wanna be is the guy who gets to see a giant woman. Alright, set our new relative location. I should sing on stream more often. It puts me to a good mood. And then we set our starting rotation to our new one. This should work. Now, it didn't, but it potentially. Our spin time, I don't know, maybe that's too high now with our new system. Well, it is 0-1, so maybe, I don't know. Unfortunately, just not rotating at all currently. Why? Oh, because I'm not using our time. I should, rename this as well. You know what? I don't care. Oh, right. Where's the name? You know what? Again, don't care. That's why it wasn't happening, because we weren't actually using our timeline stuff. Well, at least that's the logical reason. I guess the other one is that it just doesn't work, potentially. Now, why don't it work? Let's put a... Will a breakpoint work there? Okay, there it is. Our current rotation is 0. We're incrementing. So we're putting out. Move forward. Got a branch. This branch is false. Move forward. No debug data. What do you mean? Okay, we set rotation to 90 degrees. Play timeline. This does mean, by the way, that we need to set this to our spin rate, because otherwise the timeline doesn't have enough time to play. Maybe that's it? Alright, stop. Let's try this again. Nope. Not even slightly functional. Welcome back, Lorem. Okay, let's find out why. Also, I just realized this is not where we want this to be. We want the branch to happen to make sure that our rotation is not an invalid one. If it is an invalid one, update it to a valid one. And then, if it is, then increment it. There. Just a minor little thing that's we're gonna need to set up anyway, so might as well do that now. I should have taken some medicine before. I should take medicine more often, generally. I have like a persistent cough, but I think it's because I just don't take care of myself enough. I'm sure if I took medicine like every day for like, you know, a couple weeks, the cough would go away permanently. But until then, no, we need to put this increment somewhere else, I think. Yeah, we need to put that somewhere else. It's either false and you go in without anything else, or it gets set to 0. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Where's the increment? Like, I copied it and then it just didn't want to. It's like, no, I'm good. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll put it here right between all of these. We just add 1 to current rotation for it, and there. And then the timeline plays, and it all does all its stuff. Alright, that should be good for that. Now, if only it worked. Just, period. If only it worked at all. I'm not entirely sure why it doesn't, to be honest, though. Yeah, like, it's setting our value correctly, I'm pretty sure, right? Again, let's, put a thing there and see what we get. Okay. So this one is putting out false. Okay. Right, because it's not greater than or equal to 3. So it's receiving 0. So we will go down the 0 path. All right, cool. Set rotation to 0. Now increment it for later. Play the timeline. As you're updating the timeline, okay, it's played. Set active relative location to 0. Then done. Now we're back over here. Maybe we... no. Alright. I was like thinking, what if... how do we do something to actually make this work? I think we can simply add a branch here. I know it's very difficult. Why the spinning fox is important? It's not important to me. It's just another enemy that has to be finished. To me, the spinning fox is no different than making the platforms that you can step on. It's just something that has to get done. Because if it's not done, the game ain't done. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We need to set up a sort of thing where a condition on the timeline that only gets called when the timeline is finished. Let's call this next turn. It's a Boolean. And by default, it is true. And let's say we have a branch here. It's a different one because why not? If this is true, then wait, then do nothing. And then after 0.01 seconds, it'll do another check. All right, is it true? No? Okay. And then it'll do that until it is true. Then once it is true, how are you doing? I'm actually doing pretty good. I took a nap, so I'm feeling energized. Although that energy is getting drained by this game. Ugh. If this is true, then continue, but set next turn to false. So you only do this once. Then, once this is finished, we'll set next turn to true again. There we go. Huh. That sure is interesting. That sure is interesting. Lorem, it's like Twitch chat. You sending emojis is the most natural thing. Why would I question it? Like, at all? Set new time. Okay. Now, how do we do that again to set a different amount of times? I feel like I looked this up already. I see. I want to set... I need to change this timeline. Length to 1. And then U to 0.5. And U to 1. The reason we're doing this is because we need to set the play rate, not just do this. How do we do that? Set play rate of specifically. What's my favorite food? That's a good question. Probably pizza. But besides pizza, I don't know what they're called. I always forget what they're called. I know the way I say it is wrong. Bombassos? No, that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. But that's how I know them in my brain. There's these sandwiches that are so good. I wish I knew how to make them. I wish I knew their names so that I could learn how to make them. Ah, I see. We can have this on event begin play as well. This is what we're gonna want to use spin rate for. So we like pull this over here. Get our... We did this already. Then I got rid of it because I didn't understand. Because it didn't seem like the right thing to do. Where's our timeline? There's our timeline. It's in the components. So, get our timeline length. Multiply this. And divide that. And that's our new time. And our target... Wait. Oh, right. Whoops. We need to specifically set this thing's play rate. Not just our play rate in general, which is nothing. So again, your videos lives are beautiful. I don't know if I would describe anything about me as beautiful, but I appreciate your enjoyment, Lauren. Just glad you're having fun, I guess. So connect that there, wire that in there. Now the reason we have it over here is because, as a reminder, we want this to be variable, like something that we can actually set based off of different stuff. I know, very specific, but it's all you're getting out of me, I think, at this point. There we go. That's fine. I just don't want it to look worse. With that set up, should be functional now, hopefully. Anyway, despite doing all that, we still want to set our to like 1.1. Well, actually, the way spin rate would work in this case is that since it's a multiplier, it would as is value to 0, 1, set play rate function, change how fast you run, set play rate to 1, divided by desired duration. You get what you want. If you have a timeline length of 1 second and you play it at 1/3 speed, you get a timeline that now takes 1/3 seconds. Okay. So if I leave this at 1, this timeline will take 1 second to complete. If I put it to 2, then it'll take 2 seconds to complete. Hopefully. I feel like the durations vary, you know? Like, it's not... Like, it's slowly going up because the time isn't, like, consistent. Which is a problem. A very big problem. Although, I guess here we don't really need... We can have this be the Ford rate. Will it still result in them going up? I think so, yeah. Yeah, there you go. They're very much still considerably higher now. Okay. I think that's just something we have to fine tune, which is annoying because that means we're gonna have to fine tune it for each and every iteration of itself. How cumbersome. Did chat break again? Because your message didn't appear in OBS. So I don't know what you're saying. Maybe it was blocked by Twitch or something. Oh wait, no, it appeared here. Random question, do you think World War III is about to break? Probably not. And if it does, that's really unfortunate.